tired. Morning. Check out of room 214. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, bro. You too. Picked the worst weekend ever to stay up till 4 a.m. talking to fellow ministers. I didn't realize that this was Spring Forward weekend. So we lost another hour. Bad idea. There it is in all its majesty.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
What we got for you?
What's the strongest thing you got if you're sleepy?
Anything in our store?
Anything in your store, okay.
We can always add salsa espresso to anything.
Excellent. I'm gonna do a latte then with an extra shot of espresso.
What size are they?
Let's do it grande.
Grande. Okay, we're gonna do blonde shots that has a little bit more caffeine content than the regular shots. That'll give you a little tiny bit of an extra boost also.
Sweet. And
What else for you?
I'm gonna add a flavor to it. Let's do vanilla.
Perfect.
And let's
Anything
make, yeah, I think that'll do it.
All right, 628 with these window. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
No,
so
for a
much.
while.
Take care.
Have a great day.
You too. Oh yeah. That's good. Well, hey guys, it's been a wonderful weekend. I'm here in Arkansas. I was able to be in 5 services from Friday to Sunday, and I got to hang out with an elder of mine, which is a rare case. We got to stay up till about 4 a.m. talking, gleaning wisdom and learning from him. I made some new friends, so it's been a very good weekend, a very God-filled weekend. We stayed up till like 4 a.m. and now it's Spring Forward, daylight savings time. So I'm wore out, and today is going to be my Sabbath, and that's what I want to talk about today. Taking a rest and what that means. Ecclesiastes has become one of my favorite books in the past few years, and the book is pretty cynical, quite honestly. We're supposed to read it with Proverbs so that we don't become cynics. Proverbs is this ever hopeful book, but you'll quickly find out that it's a book of Proverbs, not promises. The book is not telling us if you do all of these things, it will 100% happen. It's Proverbs. They're wise sayings. They're good things to do. And if you do them, there's a good chance they will happen. But Ecclesiastes comes along and he talks about chokmah, or wisdom, as well. But he says this phrase, shemesh ha-tahat. He says that phrase 29 times, which is under the sun. And the author, which we believe is Solomon, has been sitting around and he's been analyzing what happens under the sun. And he's talking about, this is what I've seen on this fallen planet that is run by man. There's sin, there's problems, things happen. Proverbs is wise, but they're good things to do, but there's also the reality that we're living on a fallen planet. And then he says 29 times, or 37 times actually, he uses the word hevel, which is, in your English KJV Bible, it's going to say vanity, 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 all life is vanity. And what that word means is it's vapor or smoke. And what he's saying is, he says life is like vapor. You can smell it, you can even feel it, you can see it. But when you reach out and try to grab it, it's going to slip through your fingers. So he tells us to be careful with our striving, the constantly going after things. And he even says this in Ecclesiastes 1. He says, what profit has a man from all his labor in which he toils under the sun? One generation passes away and another generation comes. He's saying, all this striving, you're going to die. And that's very cynical. And so we're left with this question. So should I just do nothing? Should I just sit in my pajamas all day and do nothing? He's not telling us to do that. he's trying to balance us out and say that while you're striving, just know that we all die the same death, and we're all promised an eventual death. And it's a pretty dark book, but he's telling us these wisdom, or this wise approach to life. He said, don't let your entire life be about striving. In my context, don't live your entire life from one church service to the next, constantly striving. Do that, but then take a day. And this is what's helped me, because Ecclesiastes 5:18, it says, here's what I have seen. It is good and fitting for one to eat and drink and to enjoy the good of all his labor in which he toils under the sun all the days of his life, which God gives him. For this is his heritage. As for every man to whom God has given riches and wealth and given him power to eat of it, to receive his heritage and rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. And so today I'm going to take a Sabbath. That word Sabbath is Shabbat. It means stop or cease. And so I'm going to cease from toiling. I'm not going to dwell on, what did I do wrong this weekend? What should I have said? Could I have preached that message better? I'm not going to think about any of that. It's done. The weekend's over. I'm not going to strive for tomorrow because tomorrow's going to take care of itself. I'm going to take today and I'm going to just sit in this moment and say, it's good. It's not done. There's more services to come. There's more traveling to be done. I can't do anything about that. But right now, I'm going to drink a good cup of coffee. I have a 6-hour drive home. I'm going to listen to a Bible podcast. And I'm going to just enjoy right now. This is the fruit of the labor right here. I get to just be with God. And this evening, I've already got my plans. I'm going to go spend time with my kids, my wife. Tonight, I'm going to make me a cheese board. I'm going to eat some cheese and crackers because that's one of my favorite snacks. And I'm going to spend time with my beautiful wife. That's my gift. That's my heritage. This is what I have. I have this moment. I'm not going to reach out and try to grab life and get a hold of tomorrow because it's going to take care of itself. This is wisdom. And you need to have a day. You need to have one day in your week that you can carve aside. It may not be a full day. It may be a few hours in the middle of a work week where you just sit down and enjoy. And I had a wise man tell me this once. He said, AJ, be careful what you do on your Sabbath. He said, don't rest from God. He told me, he said, you need to rest in God. I'm not going to have a carnal day today. I'm going to meditate on the Lord. I'm going to thank him for all that he did this weekend. I'm going to thank him for having my life in his hand. I'm going to thank him for what he's allowed me to have, a beautiful wife and kids. I'm going to thank him for the life I have. And I'm just going to enjoy this day and live in peace. That's all I've got. I hope that you go and you have a wonderful work week. Try to train yourself to have a day where you just stop, where you cease. You're not even thinking about yesterday. You're not thinking about tomorrow. You're not fretting about what you've done. You're not fretting about what you can do. You just have that moment with God, with the gifts he's given you, your family, a good snack, and a good cup of coffee. I love you guys. I hope that this helps some of you. I'll see you on Friday.